Welcome to another Two Stupid Gamers video. My name is Mash the Stampede, and I'm here to announce that we are going to be starting a whole month dedicated to one of my favorite JRPG series of all time, that is Ys. We're going to be doing this in honor of the 10th installment coming out at the end of this month, October 25th. This is going to be the first video, so every week there's going to be another video related to Ys. We start off with a pretty good one, because it's a game that I hold in high regard, and that is going to be Ys 7. Now, Ys 7 is the Ys game that came out in 2009 initially for the PlayStation Portable. That's right, where this is basically a retro unboxing. Yeah, I recently acquired a copy of the premium edition of the Ys 7 PSP version of the game. And I wanted to make sure to take a little bit of time to unbox it for you guys. I have that right here. And as you can see, it's in a beautiful box. Nice holographic on the front. You could see all the characters. Beautiful artwork with this game. I really love this game. So it's cool to get this as part of my collection. And yeah, we're just going to take this unboxing mini right off here. I'm going to throw it over to our B cam so that you guys can see all the magic that is going on here. As I said before, beautiful artwork on the front. This is for Ys 7, the premium edition on PSP. On the very back, which is also cool, also holographic, and you know, nice blurb about the game, some screenshots, all the usual stuff. To take a moment here, what I think is really cool about a retro unboxing of a game is that we're really going to get to see what they used to do at games, whereas today you get a little bit less stuff when you buy games. They've really cut back on things like game manual inserts and stuff like that. So I'm excited for this one. Let's keep this going. All right, so because this is a retro unboxing, there's no need to cut any plastic shrink wrap open, at least not with this one, because there's no shrink wrap on this. This was a used version, but hopefully everything is in here. What's really cool is you can see it's nice and reflective. Even just the insert has some nice detail to it. If this was a premium edition of a game today, that insert would just be plain white paper, but they went the extra step and they made a chrome, silver, whatever you want to call it. It's reflective. It looks really cool. And we're gonna open that up and see everything we have on the inside. Gonna just take that out. So first we have what looks to be a art book. Then we're gonna move on to the game itself. This is an item that I'm familiar with because of the Ys 8 unboxing. If some of you know that video we did a while back ago, I'll put it over here for a second. But yeah, that also had a nice map that has this very delicate but awesome felt cloth. Excuse me, not felt, it's just cloth. But yes, we got a cool cloth map. And of course, what would any Ys collector's edition, premium edition be without a CD of music? I'm actually looking at this and I think I already own this digital, so now I own it physical, and I gotta say I love the artwork just as much as I did looking at the digital tracks. So this is pretty cool. This is everything that is inside at least this Ys premium edition. That's what you get. So I'm gonna put the box to the side, and since it's just me here, I'm gonna go by these one by one. So first, starting off with the item that I already have, the CD, we have, of course, I really like the artwork they did on this. It emphasizes one of the aspects of the game that, if I'm not mistaken, it actually was introduced in Ys, which is that you have 3 different characters, you swap between them, they have 3 different attack types with their abilities, their unique abilities. So that's emphasized with the art. Again, you have the tricolor, 3 characters, orange, blue, red. I'm gonna open that up, and we got some cool chibi artwork on the CD. Got a little insert. I'm gonna take a look at this, as this is a used copy, to make sure that the CD is in good condition. Thank you, person from the internet that keeps your stuff in good condition. From one person that keeps their stuff in good condition to another person, thank you, sir. And very gently, I'm going to take out the music selection. Very straightforward, just kind of gives you the track. I will say that out of all the Ys soundtracks, this one ranks probably my favorite. It actually has a song that I slowly started to learn to play on guitar as well. And yeah, wow, you get 27 tracks here. It's giving you the vocals, the lyrics, the arrangement. I didn't even know that there were vocals on this one. Wow. Well, maybe they added some additional tracks that had some vocals. Guys, it's been a really long time since I've played this. You know, I ran through on my Twitch stream and did a bunch of Ys games just to make sure that I could get through all of them. So it has been some time. I may not remember everything about this game. Again, for some reason, I'm not remembering vocals in the soundtrack, but I do remember this soundtrack kicked ass, and I'm glad to have a physical copy of it. All right, now that that's one item down, we're gonna move to the next one. All right, and next up on the line, as you can see here, is the map. I'm not sure how I'm gonna get this all in the shot. These are kind of big usually. Oh, okay, it's not insanely big, so I might be able to catch the majority of it in this shot, hopefully. I guess I can capture it first in this shot. So here we are. This is the Ys map cloth. I like that this thing is super horizontal. I'm actually looking for stuff like that because I could really use it for my wall space, for the backdrop. So this might make its way into the backdrop for one of our future videos. So this is a map of the Arisia continent, which is close to the vortex of Canaan. Again, I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I'm an absolute expert on this game because it's been a little bit of time since I've played Ys 7. Again, I love playing this game, but it has been quite some time. But here it is, pretty cool map. My only thing that I don't like about these is I'm worried about them getting ruined if I hang them up. Typically, to hang something up like this, you would need either tape or fun tack, that blue kind of tack that you can get that looks like Orbit gum. That stuff is great. The only problem is that it'll damage the cloth. I've had this happen with the Ys 8 cloth that I have, but when you put blue tack on it, it's going to start to stain this, and you can even see it bleed through to the other side. We don't want that. I also feel like tape will probably damage it, and then on the other hand, also tape won't be strong enough to hold it anyway. So I would like to find some way to hang this. I think I know of a couple of ideas. I've heard of these rails that you can buy. You clip the cloth to the top rail and the bottom rail, and you kind of hang it like a wall scroll style. So that would be pretty cool. And I would be more than happy to put this up on the wall somewhere if I can find a little bit of space. But yeah, that's pretty cool. I like seeing these. Don't typically get these in collector's editions, but I'm glad that I found another Ys game that went out of their way and give you a map that's a little bit more interesting than just paper. Okay, we've got a little bit left here to go. I'm gonna move over to what I believe is very likely an art book. And I gotta say, just looking at this, this is one of the nicest looking art books I've seen, at least on the cover. They got a holographic effect with the whole cover going on itself, in addition to this cool, almost like mirror kind of distorted effect on the Ys logo itself. And of course the back is shiny and reflective as well. So here is the Ys 7 art book that comes with the premium collection, and it looks like this is actually kind of a retrospective. So you have Ys 7, we had a little bit of Ys 1 in the beginning. Now we have Ys Othin Felghana, which is another game that we'll be talking about on the channel as well. And there should be Ys 6 in here, but I didn't see it at a glance. But yeah, so that's kind of cool. I like that. This is a slightly different approach to an art book. Instead of just being art from the game itself, they're doing art from the series, which again, at this point, there was only up to Ys 7. And I like that. I think that's really cool for one. Okay, so I couldn't help but bring this up, but a lot of the art book art from what's available in this is also actually available in the official Ys art book that you get, which again, I would imagine, let me see if it says here. So this came out in 2013. This came out a little bit later. We should have some additional games here, possibly. But yeah, some of the artwork is available as well in this art book. I'm just going to put that on the table so you can see side by side my Ys art book collection. But there's one more piece to this premium edition for Ys 7, and that is, of course, the game itself. It's cool to be holding a PSP game. I don't get to see a lot of these anymore. I've only had a handful of these cases as well. And to have a game that means so much to me, that's even better. So, unfortunately, my PSP may be possibly broken because it had that problem where the battery expanded inside of it. So I'm not sure if I would physically be able to play this, but if I can, I would love to. It's the problem with the PSP, is that if you have a physical PSP game, because they came on UMD discs, which is something that no other platform uses, you need to have a PSP in working order to be able to play this. And who knows how long you're gonna have a working PSP for. So, opening it up, once again, one of the usual problems of modern games is that you don't get a big manual, but here, of course, you have we have beautiful reverse cover art in addition to the manual as well. I'm gonna slide this over to our B-Cam. So here we can see as well, we have the giant booklet, the UMD disc, which I gotta indulge myself and take this out of its case. It's been so long since I've done this with a UMD game. I remember it being very weird at first because of the way it clips in and out. But there it is, the famed UMD platform. Probably one of the reasons why the PSP is going to go down as such a strange console. It's a tiny CD inside of a plastic case with a weird shape that also has a opening on one side. As we can see, it's in pretty good condition. I don't know, got a little bit of dust on it. I'm gonna use my duster that we use for the channel and see if I could get some of that dust off. But it does have a little bit of dust on it, so it's not pristine. And I'm worried if some of this may have some damage, like some game disc rot. Try to get it real close on the camera, but if you can see, there are these kind of like distorted rings on the outside of it. I'm not sure if that's disc rot. I'm hoping that's not. I don't know enough about the subject of disc rot. I know that sometimes you do see distortions on the reverse side, which means that either disc rot has already destroyed your CD or it's in the process of doing so. I hope not. I would like to get a chance to play this. I'm gonna dig out my old PSP and see if I can get it working, because playing it on original hardware, that's going to make a Ys fan's day any day of the week. Like I said before, first thing I kind of noticed was that there was reversible box art, and that was the reverse. Obviously, there's the front. And we get a booklet as well, so that's just going to give you some information. Because it's a PSP game, everything is going to be explaining to you how it works on the PSP console. It's going to be super oblong shaped, very narrow, but very tall. And yeah, just some nice info if you really want to sit and learn about different characters in the game, if you want to learn about some of the combat and all of the other information that you need to play and enjoy Ys 7. And that is gonna do it. There's everything you get with the Ys 7 Premium Edition. Guys, I'm super stoked that we got to do a retro unboxing. It's pretty rare for the channel. Usually any kind of collector's editions we're gonna get are gonna be modern gaming. You know, once in a while we'll get a gem like this. We love to feature for the channel. And like I said at the top, we're gonna have Ys content every single week up until the release of Ys 10 Nordics for the West. I forgot to preface that at the top, but it's coming out for the first time worldwide. So that's why we're doing a whole month of content, at least one video per week, dedicated to the Ys series. We hope you enjoy it. We hope you're excited for some more Ys content, because we got plenty of it coming. If you like this video, let us know in the comments below. Do you have a PSP? Have you ever played any of the PSP games on the original hardware? Do you even still have one of these alien weirdo discs known as the UMD available? Let us know in the comments below, and let us know, hey, what's your favorite Ys game? We're always excited to hear what you, the viewers, think at home. Please make sure to like this video, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you next time for more awesome content. And once again, next Wednesday, one more Ys video. Thank you again. You guys have a good night.